David here from Freedom Founders. I'm not participating in the Coronavirus Care Act, the PPP or EIDL loans, and here's why. Now, it's not that I didn't look at them. In fact, I did a lot of investigation into those programs as the guidance has come out in the last 2 weeks. Really, I needed the information for myself, but I also want to do it for my Freedom Founders members because there's been so much messaging out there about it. And even today on whatever this is, April 4th, the applications going through are still kind of a mismatch of what's happening. But outside of that, I made the decision I was not going to participate. I was not going to apply for those loans. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't. And this is not taking a moral high ground on my part at all. So I want you to understand, I'm just giving you some thinking for the future. Yes, if you are a small business owner, if you're a dentist or anybody who has high overhead, high payroll, you've got to do things to cut the bleeding. I totally get that. You are working very little right now, and there's no substitute. This is not something that you created or anybody created. This is a pandemic with a government mandated shutdown. So, okay, just so you understand, I'm not telling you not to get the loans. I'm not exactly in your position. Well, I've got a few gray hairs here. I'm 63 years old. I feel like I'm 30, blessed to feel like I'm 30, but also means at 63, I've gone through some experiences in life. Maybe some of you haven't. This is maybe one of those. In fact, this is like a brick wall in your face if you've never really gone through something difficult. To be in a position where you've been running a business, operating a business with overhead and responsibilities to your staff, to your patients, to your family. And now, boom, overnight, the world's turned upside down. No one saw it coming, at least not this way. Now, we've been predicting a reset or another recession in Freedom Founders for the last 2.5 years. But this is different. It is going to be a recession. It may even be a depression. I hope not, but it could be. My point to you is that I positioned myself over many, many years. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen because I was so smart. But number one, built a plan B. Plan B revenue. Started actually when I was in my first year of dental school. So while I was working towards my degree in dentistry, the profession that I had set my sights on since a younger child, I also realized I needed Plan B revenue. I needed Plan B income streams. I knew that depending on my active trading time of dollars would not be a way that would give me total security in my life. So I did both. I revved up my practice, worked hard there, took CE. I also started building a mini empire, if you will, not Donald Trump style, but mini empire in single family residential, equities, and also I learned to be a lender, be the bank. Really, that's what I did for my first 15 years. And 15 years in, I had paid off a lot of the loans that I used to acquire the single family rentals, and I started having a lot of passive cash flow. Well, a lot meaning it replaced what I needed for my active income. So that's Plan B. I used my Plan B when I had to leave my practice, really made the decision to leave my practice, not because of something wrong with me, but my daughter's health. Had leukemia, had epileptic seizures, had to have a liver transplant by age 12. And I said, enough's enough. I'm not going to continue to be bogged down and shackled by a good profession and practice, but something that did not give me the freedom to really spend my time where I wanted to. So I pulled the ripcord. I took my Plan B, which thankfully was there, because without it, I couldn't have left. If I had gone down the traditional model of financial planning accumulation, I wouldn't have been there. There's no way. That model doesn't work, and it's failed so many. So my point to you is, if you're going to have the freedom in your life that you desire, number one, you can't follow the majority. You've got to take a contrarian path, and that is not easy. Not when everybody else in the world tells you this is the path over here. But that path doesn't work. You've got to make a decision for yourself, for your family. You've got to not follow other people's agendas or let them place their agendas on you, like family members, like colleagues, like peer groups, like your community, your social groups, your trade association industry. Don't let others force their agenda on you. You've got to have your own plan and stick to it. And finally, I'd say, don't go solo. Don't try to live life on your own. Don't try to do it all yourself. I know you're smart. I know you're hardworking. I know you persevere, but that'll only give you linear results. There's a cap on how much you can do by yourself. You've got to be with a tribe, a mastermind, a community, a peer group that will give you the sustenance and the brain power, the creative ideation that you need to be different and go against the grain. So those are my tips for you. Plan B is necessary, more so today than ever before. Don't follow the majority. Don't get sucked into it. That's my goal for you, is to have freedom. So stay focused on your freedom, and I'll see you next time.